Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and I'm coming to you today with a couple projects, more like my current obsessions. I have more than one obsession, so this is one of them. So, one of the things that I recently rediscovered were my boards that are comic book boards. And I finally remembered why I had gotten them is because people, fabric, would wrap fabric around there to put like in a bookshelf and have them stand up so you could see, you know, beautiful displays of fabric. So not really using too much fabric anymore. Well, fabric covers, but not to do other projects like quilting and things like that. So people use that for a lot for it. But so my next obsession with this is using these to make journal cards. So these are my first batch that I have made. Pretty, right? I love them. They are on the chipboard. They are cut from these. So each board yields like 4 of these cut out into these are about 5 1/4 by 3 3/8 is the final size for these. And what I've been using, what I used this for, or how I created them, was from this kit, and I've shown it before. It is from LianaScrap. This one is called Spring Bohemian. I got them because there were some beautiful pages that I use in the journals where you fold them, and you can use these as journal pages. Really pretty. She had that embroidered one I've used before, but as I was going through these, there were ones that had, and I pulled a lot of them out, that have these like, look like washi tapes on there. Not just floral down the center, or just kind of more of a background. And those are the ones that I decided to make into journal cards. I said I pulled most of them out already. Yeah, there's one right there. So like this, and so yeah, so that's what I did. Now I did do, I did take the chipboard or comic book board, and I did, I don't remember which way I went with these. I'm guessing I went that way? That way? I am not sure now. I still went that way, even though they look much smaller than that. Anywho, I did use the pretty pages for that and I probably cut them down to page size. That would be my guess. Yeah, those are 8 inches tall. So I'm guessing I did this 8 inches that way and then left a smaller one there. That's what I did. 8 by 3? Yep, 8 by 3, because those are great tag size, tall tags, because I needed some tall tags. So that was my first obsession for it, was for the Spring Bohemian. As I was going through my purchases, I realized the first one that I had bought was called Aged Bohemian, and these are darker colors, but just like the Spring Bohemian one, there are pages that look like they have washi tape on it. When you would put something small, you would have a great little card. Well, that one not as much, but I love this side for it. And I have done it where I've just done half and left the other half for other things. But so let me show you what I've done, or I'll show you. So yeah, so if you have the comic book boards, like I said, they're 5 1/4 by 3 3/8. So I took the comic book board and I cut it down to 5 1/4, and then this went to 3 3/8 to cut it in half. 1, 2, 3. I really should put a line there because I do it so often. And there we make 4 of those cards for one chipboard. We call it chipboard, comic book board. All right, so I got a whole stack of them. I've been cutting away like crazy. All right, so what I do then is I take these and I will glue them on the back randomly where it is. Now, you might be thinking, why don't you just take a full piece like this and glue it on? Well, I could, but to me it's harder to get glue on a full sheet and be able to get it stuck down. So that's why I decided to cut into 4 pieces, and also because on some of them I might like down here and shifted them, especially on these. I caught a flower, I shifted them. I might not have put them together, might have put one lower, one higher, so that's what I did for those. And I've got 2 of them like that. But if you do not have, I guess my point is for these is to find papers that look just like backgrounds to make into journal cards or tags, to mass make them, so you always have them on hand. Because all I got to do for these is to grab one of these and around the corner and throw a label, bird, mushroom, flower, something else on there, and I've got a wonderful ready to go journal card tag. Looks so pretty with the lines. I love it. They're so fun. But if you don't have the comic board, you could put anything on the back to make these. I did do this one where I took the 3x5 index cards. I glued them all down. I glued one this way so you can see that they were index cards with the lines on the back. Obviously, you could glue them either way if you wanted to have the lines on the back or blank, but you can use the index cards. Now, they're not as stiff, obviously, as these are, but of course, if that's, you know, I've used the index cards to make tags before. They work just perfectly. You could glue just a second piece of scrapbook paper on here that you wanted for another background. I know it seems like, well, it's kind of just, you know, silly to do that, but I think having all those cards on hand just is pre-done, or not pre-done, but ready to go, is a great thing. Now, I could use my scissors, or I could try to use a chopper, but since like this one's crooked because I glued badly, I'm going to use my scissors. And since this back is a little thicker, you can kind of follow the line to make the cut. Now, on these, what I was doing was I have, well, that's garbage. I have this little bin of the cutoffs that I cut off these pieces for future accent pieces or master boards or whatever. So the big enough ones that I'm going to save for future, these little guys I'm just going to pitch because they're too tiny. So I'm not totally wasting this whole sheet of digital. I do have it as future use. All right, so hopefully your day is going well today. Like I said, this is one of my obsessions lately. I was doing a whole bunch, and I have another project I'm going to show you that I was making a bunch of last night too. That's kind of my next obsession. But yeah, so those are easy. These, a little small. I'm going to pitch those. All right. So, like I said, so there is nice blank. How cute that is. Nice blank. I'll cut these two since I got them glued. I don't think I need to show you how I glued them. Somebody's racing their motorcycle. It is a beautiful sunny day out there today, but it is cold. So I don't know what they're thinking if they're actually out there. If that was a motorcycle I just heard, but brr. So I'll tell you about my other obsession. I got a lot of them lately. Has been watching YouTube videos with craft room makeovers, because I mentioned in a recent video that my son has decided to finally move out, and so that leaves a room gonna be empty. And what does a gal who crafts in her dining room do with an empty room? You guessed it. takes the room. So I have been obsessed with watching craft room makeovers, craft room tours lately. The only thing is, like, I'm pretty much starting from scratch. So that should be interesting because, like I said, I am in the dining room here. And it is, I'm on my dining room table, so I don't have a desk. This is obviously not going into the spare room. The dining room table has to stay in the dining room. Even the bench I sit on. Cute, huh? I'm going to fold that in half. Still use it. I sit on a bench. That's part of the dining room set. So no chair. The one cabinet I use for a lot of my supplies is like the dining room hutch. It probably could go upstairs, but kind of is a matching set with the other one that I use in the dining room. So, the only thing that I have that is not related is a plastic tower with the drawers. It's got like 6 drawers that I keep stuff in. So that can go upstairs. And I've got my, I'm going to probably move my Glowforge up there, because that's technically in my family room, because the dining room and family room are connected, one long space. So I'll probably move that up there. Those have their own tables, so that part is taken care of. But yeah, it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to really like start from scratch. Like if I moved what I have up there, I'd be sitting on the floor trying to craft. Yeah. So this might be more of a, when I first heard it, I was quite excited. But this might be definitely more of a project than I ever imagined. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Stay tuned. But yeah, I mean, I'm up to the wee hours of the night watching craft videos, or what you call them, craft videos, craft room tours. All right, we are almost there. I'll show you what they look like, and then we'll start working on my next idea, stuff I've been working on. But yeah, so if you're interested in making a whole bunch of your own background, like I said, you can just use regular background sheets if you have digitals to print, or check out LianaScrap. I'll do a link to her because I'm not affiliated with her at all. Whatsoever, but I just liked her 2 kits. I think they were each one, the Spring Bohemian and the Age Bohemian. These pages that I have, the sideways ones, there's like 53 pages in there, but then she's got them listed as just the separate ones. There's 103 of those, or 106 of those, twice as much. Yeah, so for all those pages, 150, 60 pages worth of digitals, it's like $3. Like $3. That's a good deal. Okay, so let's take a look at these. Great colors. I know these are a little bit more fallish, but they are definitely neutrals, vintagey looking. That could even be winter with the lights and the blues. But you can see, I mean, this was all one sheet. But I have 4 different looks because each side of the page of her digitals is slightly different. So out of one sheet, I got 4 different looks. So very cool. And like I said, all I got to do is take one of these, and probably do the middle rounder. No, that's the middle. And round them. Use the tag slicer to make tags. Right, cute, ready to go. And like I said, if you want to use the index cards, they're ready to go. If you want to use the comic book boards, those are ready to go. If you just want to put tea-dyed paper on there, that would be ready to go. But just within a few minutes of me look at all those cards I have ready to go, and I said I've got all these. Beautiful. I love it. My new obsession. So I'm going to be set for a bit with basic cards. And like I said, I got my scraps that I can do some masterboards coming up, or just use as accents on some things. So, okay, I'm going to get this a little bit cleaned up, and I'll be right back with my second project, which is inspired by the recent Roxy's Weekly Challenge. All right, I am back. So, this is my version of Roxy's Weekly Challenge. I believe week 7 is also a take, I think, on something she did with time cards. But it involves book pages. So I pulled out some of my 1734 book pages and some of my Danish book pages, my vintage symphony book, and then I also grabbed out of my Edith Holden pages that were double written, no pictures on it for back and front, for those. So, yeah, we're going to use those. So what I made so far was, this one was made from the 1734 page. It's definitely skinnier, ended up being about 3 inches. And this was made from the Elizabeth, I keep calling her Elizabeth Holden for some reason, Edith Holden book pages. So this one is a little bit wider. It does go sideways because of the way I did the book page. Here is one from my Danish book, and this is one from the music one. So all different sizes and different things. So I had some fun making those, so I decided I'm going to show you how we did these. So let's start with a medium-sized one. This is the Danish book, so you take any size book page you want, and all you have to do is fold it in a little bit. This book was pages were pretty brittle, but once everything gets glued onto it, they're a little bit stronger. So now she did mass make these, where she took all of them, and the one she wanted to do, and we go and fold all of them. This one's pretty brittle too, but I get it to work. And this guy, this guy's pretty skinny. Do I have 2 pages here? Oh, I do. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to fold up a little bit. Keep it as big as I can here. So yeah, so she folded up a whole bunch at once to mass make them. So I did a few there, and all we're going to do is we're going to glue that little side down. Make sure you get enough glue on there, since this is falling apart. But once it's glued down, it's going to be pretty strong. Okay. All right, so let's throw a little glue on this one. And we'll throw a little glue on this side. Oops. And we'll throw a little glue on this side. Okay. Okay. All right, so once you've got your bases done, this one glued? That one's not glued. Okay. What you're going to take is some sort of, I don't know, call it advertisement, something with some script, a picture of a dog, a little thing, and put it on there. I have a lot of these are not cut, because I did a rough cut of them as I cut them for my digitals. All right, let's just knock the corner off of that. All right, so we are going to take it and wrap it around. This glue's getting a little low. I'm gonna probably need a new one soon. All right, let's put it on that side. Okay. Okay, so once you put that on there, then we go ahead and put some sort of focal point. Bird, flower, whatever. So I got a bunch of flowers here that are cut. Oh, I think I like this. Purple and yellow always look good together, so let's do that one. And then we're going to put a label on there. I think I'm just gonna, the background was a little bit whiter than I would like for such a vintage look. I think I'll throw a little vintage photo on there, dull it down just a bit. Yeah. So we're gonna throw this focal point on there. And then we're gonna throw a label. And let's see. Let's try that one. Timber. Let's do that. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. All right, so we're gonna glue the label, and we're gonna have it wrap around a bit on the opposite side of the original focal point we did. And have that come back here. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do. I gotta put blank paper back here. Oops. I forgot to grab my blank paper. All right. Oh, you're too white. All right, let's use you. Okay. All right, let's use you. All right. As you see, this had one of my books had a weird picture on it, but the back side was a nice weathered look, so I saved those book pages to do this. Now, it would have been better if this was on top, and maybe we can get it to go on top, as that glue takes a little bit of time to dry. There we go. Okay. All right, let's throw a little bit of glue on here. There we go. That's much better. Yeah, the number's still showing. Okay. All right. All right, so the next thing is we can chop it as tags, round it off. I think I'm just gonna nip the ends off a little bit for this. We can ink it on the sides, and then a couple of them I poked, cut the hole out the top. She had that, I think it's called a swing line. Oops. Where it's got the, like a lot of packaging has that with the bar and then the half circle on top. I do not have that one. Mine that I have is just a straight little bar. So, okay. Like, what is that doing in there? All right, so let's see. You look pretty centered. Yeah. Okay. All right, so there is a nice, easy tag, right? Okay, so let's do another one. Okay, so we're gonna start out with putting something on the back because that's what we need to do. And look how perfect that is. Beautiful. So you can see how this was kind of my obsession. I was making a whole bunch of them because they really, truly are very easy to do. And they really don't take that much time. All right, so I think I want something a little bit smaller for this, and I had, there they are. I'll put that this way. Yeah, I think I'll put it that way. All right, I like how just these peek around the back side, give a little bit of fun to that side. Okay, so focal point on this. Let's see. Oh, that would be pretty. Let's do that. And again, I'm gonna just ink this up a little bit, since it's a little bit more vintagey. Okay, and now a label. I think I'm going to put a smaller label on here. And green, that'll work. Just darken up the edges a little. You can see the white from the digital on there. Okay, and we're going to put this one at the bottom on the opposite side. Just mainly because I didn't want to cover any of this part up of this wonderful paper, this old paper. Covered enough of it up, but I think the most important bits are still showing on there. And I think I'd like to put a tab on the top of this one, maybe not a hole. I wonder. Fortunately, these are folded the wrong way. For the whale tail tab, just not wide enough. Or not, yeah, they are just not wide enough. I don't think I have any in here that are too much wider. Okay. We will let's see, this could be kind of fun. Let's see how that looks. Let's cut one out of here. That's a little too white for me. Let's see. I did one out of this earlier. This could be good. Let's see if this will work. Unfortunately, that's upside down. Let's see. Okay, I like that one. Okay, gonna ink around the edges on this, just okay. Yeah, that's much better. All right, do I want that side? I want that side. I want this side. Okay. Whoops. Slippery little bugger. we go. You can still see the word comedy. And it's got a tap. Yeah, I like that one. Okay. All right, so we got time to do one more. All right, so let's do this one. All right, so this, like I said, this was folded. This was one of these pages, and I ended up folding it in half, just because doing it this other way was too skinny by the time you folded it done, and obviously this page folded was way too big. So I like you can still see the words through there, the font from it, but I just like the definite edge of these. Very cool looking. Okay. Yeah, so you'll be able to see that through, which will be fun. All right, so the back of this guy. All right. Okay. All right. Can't really see. Guess I could put it over this way. I can still see those over there. Yeah, that'll work. So see a bit of the number pop through. Beautiful. Now I did rip it out of the book, attached to the signature part, so it left this wonderful little frayed edge, which I liked. So I decided to keep it instead of cutting it straight. Yeah, I thought it was cool. Okay, so let us, I was thinking this guy could be kind of fun. A little September with the dog. That covers that up. I don't want to cover September. All right, so I guess we're going to cover part of those words up. Oh well, can't win them all. Okay. All right. You can see why even those brittle book pages ended up being okay, because you are putting, you know, a couple layers on there and reinforcing them. Now I'm not sure I want to put too much of a focal point on there, because it is kind of that is its own focal point. Yeah, I don't think I like, maybe look for some smaller flowers. Or smaller butterfly maybe. Oh, I think I like you. Yeah, I think I like you. All right, whoops. Bonus butterfly stuck back there. All right. Okay, I'm just going to ink those white edges. And I did cut his antennas off because they're so hard to cut around. And if I feel like it, I can draw them back in. But I don't think I'm going to feel like it. So have him floating up here. Well, let's find out what label I want, because that might determine too bright. Alright, so I think I like that one. There's a hint of blue. Okay. Alright, we're going to put that on the bottom. Block off a bit of... It's September. September. Yeah, nice. Okay, let's add Madame Butterfly to the top up there. Yeah, I think, do I want a hole or a tab? I think I want a tab. I'm not going to cut the bottom. It's already a little bit weathered looking, so no need to knock it off. Okay. See if I can get part of this. This could be kind of fun. All right. I'm gonna cut two because choices. Plus I can throw that piece of paper away then. All right, so I've got this one that's got hints of blue and orange, which are similar to the butterfly. I like that side better. And then this one that is more, it's got a bit of orange and white. Nope. All right, I'll put these in the bucket. And I've got my other pre-cut. I guess I could have looked in there. Pre-cut some whale tails already. And can I tell you, I just love that punch. I don't know if you didn't see, I had a video haul for Temu that I show it on a couple weeks ago. Yeah, along with a couple other punches, but let me tell you, I was so happy that I found that. It's funny, I was also watching a video for We Are Memory Keepers, was putting their, I almost forgot what side I was going to do, showing their new releases for this year. They had a video, YouTube video, and a whole bunch of the comments were, bring back the whale tail punch. They had some puzzle punch where you can make puzzles out of picture, which was actually kind of cool. I could see that if you're a scrapbooker to do that, that would be fun. When I scrapbook, that would have been a fun thing to do, but everybody's, bring back the whale tail punch. Everybody would love it. I'm like, I found it. I love this one. Absolutely love that one. So, okay, well, I think you got the gist of this. Like I said, this is a Roxy's Weekly Challenge, week 7. My take on it, very similar to hers, I'm guessing. But of course, my papers and my not so old stuff that she has. But those are the 3 that I made today. And I'll show you the ones that we made up close prior. All right, get these out of the way. All right, so made that one today out of the 1734 book page. Love it. Very cool. And then this one I absolutely love. Made out of the Edith Holden book with the September on the side. Just love it. That blue tab. I'm trying to lately get out of my matchy-matchy. It sort of matches, but it's still different colors, so I love it. This one made from the Danish book I have. Yellows and purples, very cool, the big label. Like I said, the ones that I made before, I showed you. Big butterfly, Hotel Yellowstone. This I used the backing, that's what she used for a lot of them, was collage paper that she had in her store. So I used the collage paper, the digitals that I have in my coffee account. These guys, I use these because you can write on them. There's enough, it's light enough to be able to write as a journal space. So I did use that for that page. But I thought that tied in well because of the orange and yellow. And then back to 1734, and I thought that was great with the pinks and purples against the really old paper. So it was kind of like the bright colors that they wouldn't have back then. Thought that was a great contradiction. The other Edith Holden one, I did add the flower with the girls with the book. That is the Age Bohemian washi tape kind of page that I used, but you can definitely write on there, and used part of that same paper to make the tab on there because those colors went great together. And then this one, which I didn't do another one of, this is that music symphony book. Pages are a lot bigger. This one I just used an old scrapbook piece of paper that I had, but you could definitely write on that. And I like the yellow and red together. I thought that was very cool. And same whale tail punch that I used that first one out of, with the stamp on there. Very cool. So, all right, well, that is going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, do so. Go ahead and click the button below. If you like the video, thumbs up. So, I'm glad you stopped by to hear about my latest obsessions with the Roxy's challenge, and also my creating of the numerous pre-done cards. I think I might actually use these for my weekly calendar when I do those tomorrow, Monday. So these will probably be cool for those. So, all right, well, there is me and my obsessions. All right, that is going to be it for me today. I appreciate each and every one of you stopping by. Thanks so much, and as usual, have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.